I'm Ty with the Sherwin-Williams Company. We're going to show you today the Cefla Prima system set up with a Kremlin Cyclamix spraying conversion varnish. Also, this is a unique system in that it has a water-based spray no wipe stain all in one system. I'm going to introduce you first to each component, where it goes, and then we'll walk through the startup and operation, and then finally the cleanup of the system. Each pump has been labeled. This is the water-based stain pump. We can have up to 3 colors for the day plan with one common water flush. This is our pigmented conversion varnish white. This is our pigmented conversion varnish primer. And of course the Cyclamix system. We have here a paint mix room ready to store up to 300 gallons of material. We have our clear coat, catalyst, and solvent inside. Here we have a Kremlin 16120 Flowmax pump set up for 55-gallon drums of Verivar Clear. We have a Catalyst 2025 FPH pump set up for the acid catalyst. We have Thinner 219, which is the specific solvent used for flushing the conversion varnish. And we have acetone, which we're using to go back and forth as a flush agent between the water-based stain and the solvent-based conversion varnish. Acetone is a bipolar solvent that will dissolve into either one without floating out. On Monday morning when you come in, or any morning, first thing you want to do is turn on the air valve. We'll have Dave do that. The one on the Cyclamix pump stand. And the one in the paint kitchen. At this point, you want to start the agitator. Check that you have adequate material for the day in the drum. Get in the catalyst container and in both solvents. The most critical one is the catalyst. You want to make sure you don't run out. Sucking air into the system can fault the Cyclamix system later on. So just best to make sure that you're always having plenty of material in supply. Okay, you're now ready to start the Cyclamix system. Dave will turn it on. You now simply just press the enter button or OK. It's displaying R9. That is the regeneration program that we set for how much it's going to take to load into the system. Simply now it comes out of the Cyclamix, it goes over through all 4 spray guns, and it comes back in this return line here by opening this ball valve. It'll come out this dump valve, and we'll just purge until we have clean, good conversion varnish. When conversion varnish comes out, the system is loaded and you're ready to start spraying. Okay, you can now see it's begun to change to conversion varnish. Base stain into the stain pump and get that system primed. Simply turn the pump on. There again, this goes out over through the 4 guns. It comes back to a return here. Simply by opening that, material will be dispensed here to wait. now ready to turn on power to the Cefla system. Simply turn on the main power switch. You'll now notice on the front on the PLC, the program will begin loading. Okay. You're now ready to start. The first thing you want to do is touch the fan icon. That will start up the fan, and then the lights in the spray booth will kick on. You get a 24-volt alarm. That's normal. Buzz through that. Press the blue flashing light. You're now ready. You want to install the tips and air caps. Make sure that they're 90 degrees. The spray pattern should make like a baseball diamond field. Make sure you've selected here on the rotary selector valve which component you want to spray next. We're going to go ahead and go into the conversion varnish, so we've selected cyclaments. Load that last couple of feet of hose between the valve and the guns with the conversion varnish. So we'll put it on the flush and the manual. Press start, and then to start the sequence you press the flashing blue light through the beep, and it will now begin to spray. We're going to now switch from conversion varnish to the water-based stain. I'll show you the process. We stopped the machine and brought it to the home position. Anytime you're going between the conversion varnish and the stain, you must put a charge of acetone in between. So we're going to simply select acetone. You're going to push it off home. Shut the door. Put it back into the flush mode. Spray until we know we have acetone coming out. You'll be able to tell when there's acetone because you'll see that much more overspray is there and the belt gets very dry. You can see the acetone coming through now and the difference. You're sure you have clean guns? Stop. Return it to the home position. And now select WBS 2000, which is the water-based stain. Flush, manual, and again spray until you see the stain present. Okay, we now have stain present. Stop. Bring it back to the home position. Now we're ready to go to production. To go to production or automatic mode, flip the yellow switch to automatic, flip the conveyor switch to automatic. Make sure you press start. Press and hold the blue, it will start the cycle. It's already started. It's now ready for production. The light bar is active. Run some doors. Dave's going to run a few doors down now. No stain. The workpieces should be kept about 3 to 4 fingers apart to prevent any shadow, particularly on taller pieces. a good idea to run a test panel through, check color. You can adjust your atomizing air as needed by each coating by adjusting this knob here for atomizing air. This knob here is your trigger air, which must be above 80 psi to overcome the pressure of the automatic gun spring. And this is your paper feed tensioner control here. It's a good idea to actually load the doors at a 45-degree angle. It gives you a better chance of getting less halo in the 90-degree areas. It's particularly more important on shaker-style doors. Alright, we're done staining and we're now going to go back to the clear conversion varnish. Take it to the home position. Select acetone. You go to the flush mode. Enter the conveyor to manual. Spray until you have acetone. Okay, we now have good clean acetone coming out. Bring it to the home position. Select Cyclomix. Back to the flush mode. You can see we now have clear coat coming through. Adjust your atomizing air as needed. Put it back in the automatic mode. And we're ready to go. A good idea is to blow off all of the parts before you put the clear coat on, particularly between the sealer coat and the top coat. We're now ready to load. Light bar works. When you break the sensor, it will spray between these 2 points. When you break this left sensor, it will spray the rest of the belt. When you break the right sensor, it will spray to the right of the belt. So it's best to load in the center and stack your parts as close together without violating the 3 to 4 finger rule. Doors at a 45. When you load the door, feed it through at the same speed as the conveyor so that you don't get ahead of the start and stop point for the eye. we're ready to clean up. Bring it back to the home position. Stop. Come over to the cyclomix. We're going to put the cyclomix into flush mode, which is F2. He hits OK. We want to flush both the A meter and the B meter. Presses OK. Same valve that we loaded with, we open. Doesn't matter on this It's now went through the B, it's now going through the A. See the material coming out. It's a good rule of thumb to run it twice, especially on a weekend flush. Just runs it one more time and repeats. See this go around, you have nothing but good clean solvent coming out. Second cycle is now done. Simply close the valve. Turn off the cyclomix. We're now going to go to the guns. Again, go to acetone to flush out the guns. Stop when done. Bring it back to the home position. Now take the tips and caps off. We're going to put them in the ultrasonic cleaner for one cycle and then rinse with water. Ultrasonic, put them in, and rinse with water. Stain pump, you don't want to leave stain in overnight with this stuff. Select the flush from the selector valve, which is now in your water in this instance. Same way we loaded it. Okay, you can see we now have good clean water coming through. Off the air valve. Do the same with the cyclomix and again in the paint kitchen. Cefla. Quickly press the fan. See the lights in the booth went out immediately. Fan will spool down. Once it's come to a complete stop, turn the main power off.